What's going on, guys? TKD once again video, and I forgot to talk about the Apple event that was last week. I just can't believe I'm sitting here. I actually forgot to talk about the Apple event on the video. I had so many chances, but I guess I just forgot. I got to load it up with stuff. Well, I mean, last week was pretty busy. We had the Drake thing, we had all that stuff. So regardless, we're going to be talking about the Apple event that was on September of 2016 and what I thought about it. Now, starting off, they brought out Nintendo, and they actually debuted a game for iOS. Nintendo IP is coming to iOS, that is correct. And they had a game there called Super Mario Run, which it looks like a 2D runner, and they said that there's going to be a mode for multiplayer and all that stuff like that, and you'll be having to collect coins on the map and all this stuff like that that they announced for the game. You can check out more in links below. I'll link below, and it looks pretty cool. It looks, I mean, this is the first time we're marking an official licensed Nintendo released game on iOS, as far as I can remember. I could be wrong about that, but as far as I can remember, this is one of the first times they will be putting out one of their IPs on another platform other than a Nintendo console, which is very telling of what the future holds for games from Nintendo and what that exactly means for them. And they said this game will be dropping in the late end of this year, so definitely be sure to check that out. Next up, they talked about arguably one of my favorite Apple devices I own, which is the Apple Watch. Now, the Apple Watch gets a lot of crap talk about it. I personally find it to be one of those devices that I cannot leave the house without. I essentially literally cannot function as a human without that watch on some basis. Like, it is, there are days where I forget my watch at work and I feel like I'm naked. I just don't operate the same way I do with it. And so they announced the Apple Watch Series 2, and they introduced a bunch of new stuff to the watch that I feel are really good improvements. Now, the first thing they added was waterproofing to the max. Now, you can go 50 meters with the Apple Watch on, so that means that it'll be great for people that are on laps doing the swimming stuff, or if they're, somewhere where there's a lot of wet environments, they can take the watch in there no problem. And I really felt like this way with the Apple Watch, because the Apple Watch, the original one, I have hit that on the wall. I have put that in water. I have been washing dishes. I have done a lot of things at work that, my work is really dirty, guys. I'm a busser, okay? Things get really hectic around my restaurant, and the watch has been able to withstand water, bangs, like anything I've thrown at it, the Apple Watch has been able to take it and deal with it no problem. So I feel like this is going to be a definite upgrade apparently with the Apple Watch 2. And along with the Apple Watch 2 having waterproofing to the max, it also has GPS, so that way you can have your watch just by itself, and then you can go out and do your thing on the workout, or if you're running, you can make sure to track it without having your iPhone on hand. So that way you can load up some playlists onto your watch and you can run with it independently without needing an iPhone, which is pretty good news for those that are active, with running and all that. It's very good news that you don't have to have your iPhone with you. You can just have your watch and you're good to go. Next up, they also announced some news for iOS 10, which is that it is coming out today. So as you're watching this video, you can go download iOS 10 right now on the 13th of September. So we get the new app for Apple Music, the new iMessages stuff, everything along with that, the new thing how now apps are open to Siri, and all that good stuff. And they also announced that the new update for the Mac will be coming out on the 20th of September, so make sure to go check that out. If you have a Mac, you can get the new OS. I believe it's called Mac OS Sierra. And going back to some Apple Watch news that I did not talk about, I don't know why I glazed over this, I guess I forgot. But with the Apple Watch 1 will be getting a price drop going to $270, along with the Apple Watch 2 dropping $100 above that at $370. And the mic drop moment of the entire thing, not really the entire thing, but the mic drop moment talking about Apple Watch is that Pokemon Go is coming to the Apple Watch. It's coming at the end of 2016, and you'll be able to catch Pokemon, go Pokemon hunting, all that good stuff, rep Team Valor or whatever team you rep on the Apple Watch. So this is something that I feel like I'm going to try out, definitely. Honestly, with Pokemon Go, I just haven't really had the time to really play it a lot of times, just because I've been at school, and I'm a busy dude. Okay, I'm a busy dude, but this might entice me to get into the game more and actually play it more often. Now, moving on to the main events of the conference, that is the official announcement of the iPhone 7 and the iPhone 7 Plus. It was officially confirmed that there will be no headphone jack, guys. It's over. The headphone jack is dead. It's gone. Don't cry about it. Really, to me, like, it's not the biggest deal in the world. Well, just because in the box they will be including a pair of lightning headphones, which is good, and also they're even taking it a step further and including an adapter. Okay, they're including an adapter in the box with the iPhones, whichever one you buy, the Plus or the base, and you'll be getting a Lightning to 3.5 headphone jack adapter, so you can still use your headphones for the time being. I'm going to be personally looking into upgrading to do all my stuff Bluetooth. I feel like, that is going to be pretty much beneficial, and I just kind of feel like this change is similar to the change we had from the 30 pin to the Lightning port. You know what I'm saying? It is something that's kind of a hassle right now, but it will be overall an improvement in the coming times. They also announced that the iPhone will have speakers that are coming from both ends of the phone as opposed to just one end. So the other speaker on the left side will be at where you hear people from the headset. So it's when you're on the phone and that speaker up top by the camera, that will also act as a speaker to work in tandem with the two speakers on the lower end of the phone to give you guys a left and right stereo experience to your music. They also put out a new home button. Now the home button is not going to be a button. This is the same story we got with the MacBook touchpad, how it's not really actually a touchpad. It is just a clean slate, and you apply force to it, and it gives you a taptic feedback off of the taptic engine that's in it. That taptic engine is coming into the iPhone 7, so you'll be able to do all the stuff you can do with a regular button, but it's not actually a button. And it will also give you custom feedback to how you want it. So it might give you a double tap or whatever if there's a new message in or something along those lines. So it's just more enhanced vibration on the iPhone 7, and that's coming to the home button. And if you're one of those people that are thinking about buying the Plus, I'm really thinking about buying the Plus, guys. If you're going to get the Plus, you'll be also getting a double camera. Now this double camera will work in tandem to allow optical zoom and software zoom at a better range. You know what I'm saying? So it'll be able to do a lot of things like 3D pictures and also focal length to the picture. So if you're taking a picture of a person, you can have the background blurred out and have the foreground with the person be visible, so it gives it that kind of professional looking effect. And they are calling this the greatest camera put on an iPhone 7, and I feel like they say that every year, but this really does seem to be a step ahead in a lot of ways with the dual camera system on the Plus. So I'm really leaning towards getting the Plus for a lot of reasons, and this is one of them for sure. They also got rid of space gray, and they're coming with the blacks for these iPhones. Now there's two variants of black. Okay, they got ordinary black and then jet black, right? So ordinary black is that matte black finish. It looks super clean, super fresh. It's something that I'm definitely going to be looking into getting on the iPhone 7. However, they also come out with this jet black. It's super glossy, right? It looks cool. Okay, it looks good. It looks like a deeper black than the regular black, but the jet black, the issue with that is that it's glossy, okay? And with it being glossy, that is going to make it prone to a lot of scratching, super easy, and just a fingerprint magnet that's not going to look good when you're using it over time. So I definitely feel like I'm going to stay away from the jet black and just go with the more matte black that I'm going to definitely enjoy way more. And along with all of that, they have a 25% brighter screen on the iPhones, a wider gamut for color, a new A10 chip, all the other stuff that you will usually get from a new iPhone is in this new iteration of the iPhone 7. However, going back to probably the last point I'm going to discuss in this video, going back to no headphone jack, right? So they're kind of alleviation to this, okay? It does not stop at putting in the Lightning headphones in the box or the Lightning adapter in the box. It does not stop there. They unveiled the AirPods. Okay, now the AirPods look just like the EarPods, but they are wireless and completely wireless, right? They come in this case that you can buy, and the case acts as a charging port for the headphones and just a way to keep it, to keep tabs on them, to keep them under control. Now, why would you ask that they would need to be kept under control? Well, guys, these AirPods, right, are two independent earbuds. Two independent wireless earbuds, okay? This is a great idea, okay? This is a cool iteration. It's a cool thing to bring. It seems dope, right? I would like to get these, right? But my only big concern, that is a huge concern for I feel like a lot of people here, is that there isn't some sort of magnetization to the earbuds. Okay, so these are independent not only by physical form but actual like functionality. Like, if these were able to magnetize together and keep them together, then that would be solid, right? If you're not using them, you can just put them together and they stay together, magnetized. That would have been great, right? But now, granted, you have to put it in the case, I guess, if you don't want to use it. But now you have to look around this box looking thing. It's not the biggest thing in the world, but you know, it's still another thing that you have to carry. You know what I'm saying? It's another thing, right? And then the box also acts as a way to easily pair it with your iPhone, so that's a plus to it too. But just having these earbuds not have a way to be magnetized and be bonded together at some point, that just seems like, I feel like there's gonna be a lot of cases where somebody loses their left AirPod or their right AirPod, right? And then on top of that, right, this is $170, guys. To buy these AirPods, it will be $170, and I think I heard a report, I think I read this somewhere, that each EarPod is going to be over $80, right? So you're telling me that if I lose one of these EarPods, I have to go back and buy a right AirPod for over $80? Like, that's just insane, guys. I really feel like they could have done a better job here with the design of it. Just honestly, just adding it to be magnetized would have been an honest fix for all the issues that I have with it, but they didn't. So we have these AirPods here, and hopefully they'll update them in the future to be able to be magnetized together, but I really don't think that's coming anytime soon. And so yeah, that was my whole thing on the Apple event. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. I'm also thinking about getting the iPhone 7 Plus matte black, 120 gigabytes. Speaking of that, I forgot to mention that they changed the gigabyte lineup, so it's going to be 32, 128, 256. That is truly the last fact I got about this whole thing. Just keep that in mind that they updated the gigabyte, so there's no longer the horrible 16 gigabyte iPhone that's gone with forever. But going back on the topic, let me know what you guys think about the iPhone 7 and also talked about in this video in the comments below. Also, while you're done checking my description, you can find my Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, all the good stuff where you can follow me on there. Also, if you enjoyed the content, if you enjoyed my presence, if you enjoyed the video or the channel, make sure to leave a like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. I appreciate all the feedback you guys give me. Thanks for watching, and as always, I got you.